Alexandra Haddo, a woman pathologically obsessed with 2007.
Oh, hello, Alexandra Haddo. Incredibly polite.
I know.
And hello, you and everybody. I'm Adam Flood. A guy who, well, you'll like this because I used to be in an indie band.
That's why I'm friends with you.
Yeah. We ended up splitting up because of musical differences between us and people with ears.
Ah, that will do it.
Yeah. And this is Alex and Adam's indie supergroup.
Yes, the podcast / show, visual show.
Flip. I just didn't want to say fuck straight out the gate. But now you've bent my arm. I didn't like that I said flip, and we've really underlined.
I thought you meant as in flick, like something to watch.
Yeah, flick. Just something, you might just get a bit of popcorn, sit down, have a listen.
The pop culture flick.
No, it's not a flick. It's a podcast. You've heard of them, I reckon.
Yeah.
And this is a podcast where basically we're here to bring back indie. Every week we get a new indie legend on from the 2000s era. A
hero from the time. Somebody that I would have probably offered for them to write on my boobs at a gig.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Big time.
What ideally would you like written on your boobs?
I think I would panic at the end and probably just get their autograph. Very old school.
Can you do your sort code on this one? Account the sort code, please.
That's actually the nickname I have for my boobs.
They are the money makers. And so every week we basically put the guests through an interview, right?
Yeah, it's a job interview. We're going to give them some tasks, some scenarios, some probing questions that aren't in any way jokey.
No, it's incredibly serious.
It's very serious.
It's not that we're two stand-up comedians just trying to have a laugh. We actually really are creating a band, and we really are going to take the world by storm. And it's going to be your favourite band, listener and watcher.
It's going to be sort of like when they merge things like Steps and S Club 7, this is going to be the indie version of that.
Did they do that?
Well, they've done Boys Own and Westlife, their boys' life. But ours is going to be much cooler than that. Better hair, skinnier jeans, I reckon. We're going to grill them on their credentials. See basically what they've been up to for the last 20 years and if they can help us. Some people aren't going to make the cut. Some people are.
No. And we'll tell them to their face, I imagine.
Or behind their back, if not.
Probably behind their back.
Yeah.
That feels a bit nicer.
Yeah.
So we'll be getting them, we're thawing them. They've basically been in cryogenic freezing.
That's exactly what we're doing. We haven't been. We've still been pretending like it's that sort of era the whole time.
Yeah.
Still going to gigs, still sort of harking back to those halcyon days.
Before we get the guest in.
Yes, which will keep a surprise until they're here.
Yeah. You won't be able to read it in the description.
Yeah, exactly.
What the frig have you been doing this week?
I've been being very lonely. I've been up in Edinburgh doing loads of gigs, and I was staying up there, and the Wi-Fi wasn't working in the flat I was in.
I feel like Monk.
So I actually was acting like it was 2005.
Having to use the old
noggin. Yeah, I read 2 books.
What were they? Hungry Caterpillar.
And the Chinese takeaway
and
leaflet.
The Bloated Moth, Cocoon. It's a sequel.
Yeah, I read both of those 14 times each.
I mean, you are a big reader, aren't you?
I know, but...
A fucking nerd.
Yeah, but you don't want to be forced to read because you've got no pals. What about you?
Well, I saw my family this year. I was up in Leeds. I was gigging in Leeds. First time that I've gigged in Leeds since... it's the first time I've been to Leeds since I went to Leeds Festival.
Really?
Leeds and Reading Festival.
And how old were you?
Well, I first went to Leeds Festival when I was 13.
That seems fine.
Which is incorrect. You shouldn't do that. My dad took me.
Right. I was about to say, what lie did you tell your parents? But
So my dad took me for the day. We got there. We arrived.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll see you at the end.
Really?
Yeah. He went and watched I can't remember who he would have wanted to have seen. Back then I was listening to quite a lot of shit, like Scar and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think I saw The Streets, Jurassic 5, people like that.
But did you find your mates? Or were you on your own?
I had some mates who were there for the weekend who were older than me. And I went and got really high and crowd surfed to the band King Prawn, did half a pill. I had no pubes. You shouldn't be doing any of those things. You should, if you're a drug dealer, right, and you're selling drugs to kids, check if they've got pubes.
Yeah. Just
That's
sort
all
of
I'm saying.
lower the trouser.
Yeah, just be like, maybe you don't need to say, maybe you say, just show me a pube. You have to get one. Yeah.
I imagine half a pill at 13 would have...
It's quite a lot. It's like having 10 pills now. It's really loads when you haven't had... But yeah, and then I actually went to Leeds when I was 21, Leeds and Reading Festival. I basically felt like it was like palliative care. It was like end of life. Like when you're like that festival, like all of the bands that we're talking about, that's where they were.
It's so young. I hosted the comedy stage there.
Right, did you?
4 years ago.
Oh my God.
And so I was 34.
Yeah.
I could not believe that.
It's insane how young they are, right?
I found myself saying things like an old person. I was like, they're going to freeze. It was August. They were all in like a G-string with like one of those tiny little bags. I could not have felt older.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But you were like, at least you were performing there. I was like volunteering with Oxfam because I wanted to see the Strokes.
As if Oxfam are at Wedding and Leeds.
Yeah, they are. But it's like, like they basically extort. I don't know if you know, like the people at festivals who like work on the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're either like 20-year-old sesh gremlins or like 70-year-old burnt out divorced women called Fiona.
Yeah.
Who were like, I just thought it would be really nice to sort of have the sort of weekend for me. Do you have any cats? Like, yeah, come in my tent, Sharon, Fiona, whatever your name is.
Or do you know, like me and my boyfriend always say, people that you see at sort of heritage festivals like Glastonbury and stuff, that you think you can't imagine them existing outside of that. They're like, you're like, what do they do day to day?
I know, innit?
Where have these people been all year?
It's probably about time to have the first candidate.
Yes, I'm excited. Today's candidate is the front man of a band that brought us anthemic tunes about everyday life.
Oh my word, I'm so excited. Debuts.
Are you drunk?
Yeah, I'm drunk on excitement. Oh my word. Oh my word. Their debut album sold 1 million records. Can you believe that?
That is mental.
Not just in the United Kingdom, worldwide.
Worldwide. Big.
Like Pitbull.
In Lithuania.
Huge in Lithuania.
Yeah.
Nominated for the Mercury Prize. Heard of it?
Oh, fancy. They were working class warriors who rallied against the cash machine and their image being captured. 2 pretty big clues there. No, it's not the Prophet Muhammad. It's Richard Archer from Half High.
Oh my word. I can't believe it.
I know. And obviously, we can't play their biggest hit because of rights reasons, but you've prepared a kind of tribute version.
Basically, so I've changed it enough so that we won't get sued, I think. So I decided that I'll do it in a sort of, because he's from Staines.
Yeah.
Also from Staines, Ali G.
Ah, of course.
Big in the jungle scene.
Yes.
So I'm going to do Cash Machine in the style of a jungle.
Amazing. I'm nervous.
Hit me, Ricky. Bye-bye. Yes, Hard Fi Jungle Remix, Staines massive. All right, people, hold tight, it's gonna be a big one. Bust, scratch a living, it ain't easy, it's a drag. Always paying, but I never look back. Wonder if I'll ever get where I want to be. I'm working for the cash machine. You want a receipt with this transaction? Hold tight, bitch.
Rich Archer from Hard Fi or Richard Archer?
Kind of depends on if I'm trying to sound, if it's a legal letter.
Right.
Yeah.
Does this feel like a legal...
Well, it feels like it's a job interview, right?
It's a job interview.
It feels like it should perhaps be Richard.
Okay, Richard.
You don't hear about Rich Ashcroft, do you? So.
Yeah, I guess so. A bit cash.
Yeah.
What about Half Five? Would anyone ever because people shorten band names to weird sort of when people call Arctic Monkeys the Monkeys, that's weird. Did everyone ever call you the Fifis?
No, we always get, everyone's sort of like, McFly,
McFly,
Wi-Fi,
oh no!
Every permutation of except Hard Fi.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, we just I just give up. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in to be interviewed for the Supergroup. We're very appreciative of it. We've got a few questions, scenarios, tests to sort of really, really scientifically calculate whether you're going to be sort of worthy of the Supergroup. I think you have already, purely because you look cool.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, you do. You're looking fantastic.
Well dressed.
I mean, there's going to be people who are listening. I don't know if you could put your head against the microphone. That might be able to. Can you hear that?
You can hear the youth.
Is it? What is it? AMS? What is it called?
ASMR.
Yes.
ASMR. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always get Chat GD. That I'm the wrong way as well.
Chat GDPR.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You look really good. I mean,
What's been going on? How have you managed?
What's the skincare regime?
Have you been in freezing? Is that what we put you in the freezer?
I don't know. Maybe it's just genetic luck. But yeah, because I don't feel. What I say is it's not the age, it's the mileage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've just been very slow.
Yeah. I mean, I actually have to say, we were talking actually with some of the guys in the band, and we were each pointing out our faults now as we've been getting older, and it all coincides with having kids. Weird.
Yeah, weird that.
It's like they suck the life out of you. My son he was 10 when he did it, right? So we've got a new album coming out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And And I'd sort of like put these tracks together and this is kind of like, this feels good, and gave it over to, we call them the grown-ups, so they're probably most of them are younger. And I was like, so what do you think of this? Yeah, this is great. We think it's great. Could really do with maybe one more hard fire banger. Like, yeah, of course. I hadn't thought about that. I didn't think you'd want another, smash hit single or something.
Yeah.
Pluck one out of thin air, like Cash to Beat for the Weekend. And so I said, oh, shit. So I started going through some bits that I hadn't sent over yet. And so my son, I'd given him my old computer that I used to use in my little home studio.
Yeah.
And he came into me with an SD card. And what do you think of this? And he chucked it on the table and he'd found 2 old demos I'd completely forgotten about. And one of them was instrumental. And he'd taken that and he'd taken the vocals from another one. I don't know how he got them, split them.
And he's 10 at this point.
Put them together and then made it into a song and gave it to me. And it was like the keys were the same, so that worked, like the tonalities worked. The tempos were different. So it was like complete chaos. And then it would be like, oh, that sounds really cool. And then it would go out again and come back in. So we did it properly, sent it over, and we love this. And it became the first single.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
You've got like a little mini Mozart.
He earned his keep. I said, do you want to do some more stuff? He's like, nah.
He's supernova.
Yeah, I've done that now. Done that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he keeps asking what his cut is and when the money's going to roll in.
We'll wait until the 19th of June when the album drops.
He's a little bit, he's a little bit of a businessman. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
And you still live in Staines.
Yes.
Chris told us. Chris is off camera. Hello, Chris.
Chris is his bodyguard. He's there with off camera. He's got a baseball bat. He's looking.
He's looking very menacing.
He's not so much 5, but quite hard.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're
He's
looking
ready
at.
to windmill in.
In
a second.
And you guys formed in Staines, which is of course a hotbed of showbiz talent.
It is. The guy from Sweet came from Staines. Brian Connolly, was it? Or was that the guy?
That wasn't even on our list.
I don't even know what any of those things are. I know what sweets are, but not in this context.
Ali G and Bobby Davro.
Bobby Davro, yeah, both Davro stores. His dad, yeah.
His dad owns a shop there.
He used to, not anymore.
We also, Staines is home to a decorated World War II homing pigeon. Did you know that?
I had heard that, yeah. I don't think it's home to it anymore.
What? Did it die?
Just in legend.
Yeah. He's gone to the big...
It's defected. It's now a Nazi.
It's gone to the big coop in the sky.
So we thought to test your Staines knowledge, our friend Jamie D'Souza is also from Staines. He's a fellow comedian. Hello, Jamie. If you're not watching, we'll never speak to you again. He's our man on the ground who, to test your Staines credentials, he sent us in some local questions about the area. Do you think they should have got rid of the farm in Thorpe Park?
No. I used to work in Thorpe Park.
Did you?
Yeah.
On the farm? That's why you're good.
Well,
that's what you've been doing in between.
I worked on the Treasure Island in the shop. Because basically, I went there when I was 16, and you weren't allowed to have long hair at the time.
Right.
And I was growing my hair.
Yeah.
And so they said, well, you can't.
What, in the Treasure Island bit? That's like kind of on brand,
that was
isn't
the
it?
only one I could. So first of all, they said, you can't work in any of the normal things. First one they gave me, you got to dress up as a Red Indian and sit beside the log flume ride.
It was a different time.
And then, I think that's probably dressed up as a Native American.
Yeah.
And I had this big headdress on and all this stuff, and I had to sit by the log flume ride and say how to people who went past on the train.
Wow.
Which I literally didn't because I wasn't having it.
That's so crazy.
And while I was there, they used to sell like these mad. Really
Imagine that image coming out of you. Like your album comes out and there's like, here's you appropriated in blackface. You're like, that is hard to beat, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Nice touch.
No wonder you formed a band.
I did 3 weeks there over Easter and bought my first guitar.
Did you?
Okay, so Thorpe Park had basically birthed Hardfire.
Yeah.
Yes. The boredom of Thorpe Park created something good.
Boredom.
Hardfire always talked about the portrayal of working class British life. So we wanted to see if, just to get a gauge, see, what your idea is of other bands, their class.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to run a couple by you.
Yeah.
See if you can guess where you would put them in the social strata.
Yeah. The Clash.
Tricky one, because Joe's dad was a diplomat, wasn't he?
Yes.
So Joe was quite posh.
Damn, he knew that.
But I love the Clash, and I've worked with Mick.
I was going to say, I read
and
that.
they were, so they were kind of a spread, wasn't they? But Joe would put it on, definitely.
Yeah.
But he was pretty he lived it, to be fair to him, I think. I think he sort of went with his
cosplay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He was in a Native American headdress. It's okay, you're allowed to do it.
But was he earning £2 an hour with a 20p an hour bonus if he stuck it out for the whole summer? No.
Get your credentials right, Mickey. Right, what about Noah and the Whale.
I don't know.
The whistling.
Yeah. I think anyone called Noah is probably not going to be, down the soul mine.
Mm.
Well, we've actually looked into it. They're fishermen.
Really?
Yeah.
What, fly fishermen?
They're fly fishermen, yeah. One of them has a fish.
Yeah, they own a stretch of the test.
Yeah. They own the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how they're in that.
Mumford and Sons.
Isn't one of them like kind of a stark raving racist right now? Is that?
He is a stark raving racist.
Is he?
Have you seen this?
What does he do? What is he saying it in his gigs? What, in the patter
he's now on GB News, like a commentator on GB News.
He's on GB News.
His dad set up GB News.
Yeah.
His dad is Paul Marshall, is it?
Yes.
Who is basically set up GB News and is like a kingpin behind the scenes of promoting loads of right-wing talking points and promoting those type of guys. So, yeah.
Oh, we had him down as working class. That's
we thought Mumford and Sons were a family-owned mechanic. So. Tony Mumford.
Yeah, a couple of Mumfords. I mean, that's why he's out of touch with society, which is why he dresses like he is Amish.
Yeah. They only had a drummer because they couldn't afford it. That's what we thought.
A guy banging a box of crisps.
If someone rocks up wearing a waistcoat,
it's bad news, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's either going to saw you in half or say something racist.
Yeah.
It's going to be one or the other. He's going to pull something out of his sleeve, and it'll be either a slur or the card that you picked.
Unless they play snooker, in which case that's fine.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I mentioned the class stuff. Obviously, it used to come up a lot. Like, do you think because you were talking about a realist Britain that you got pigeonholed?
A lot of the press at the time, it was all middle class and not from public school, and they just don't. If you're not that, they either want you to be a cartoon, so like Liam Gallagher or the Happy Mondays. It was just like quite snobby, and it's like you've got no fucking idea.
Yeah.
That's why we have the enemies on the table here, so we can burn them ceremoniously.
Yeah, listen, I mean, the enemy, I kind of miss it because it was a way of like people talking about the music I love. When all we ever wanted to do was get in the enemy and maybe get a record deal. We didn't ever expect it would blow up. We just thought that was kind of like our record contract said if you sell 60,000 records, you get to make another one. That was all we wanted. We didn't think it would, so I missed it in one way, but on the other hand, it was sometimes, but it wasn't just that as well. You just like, it turns out later we were nominated for the Mercury Prize on the first album.
Yeah.
And we never expected to win it, so we just turned up and got drunk. Our music producers, Wolsey White, who you should have him on it, he's a complete character, right? But it was his mother-in-law's funeral, and the celebrant used to be a journalist and was on the judging committee of the Mercury Prize the year we did it. He said, you were one vote out. And it ended up going to Anthony and the Johnsons. And then it turns out it's like, well, we can't have Hard Fight win it. And that was the thing. And then it's like, I'll give it to this guy. And
it's our job.
Yeah, and you're kind of like, well, that's whatever, I don't care. Well, it doesn't matter, but it feels a little bit, that's kind of not fair.
I do care, because how much of that has happened all the time? Do you know what I mean? And it's not because you necessarily are like, we should have won it or we shouldn't, but it shouldn't be that that's the reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And there was lots of,
it's just total snobbery.
Albums that were just as good as ours that year. There was lots, but it was just like, they never have a metal album or anything like that on there. It's always the kind of slightly older white middle class idea of what's cool that is in the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never like actually.
Yeah, exactly. When they reach out, when they do have any, like when Dizzy Rascal won, it was just like not even that representative of like what grime was doing.
Yeah.
It was like a pop kind of, like it was pretty cool, but it wasn't like the real, like a real exemplar of what was happening in the scene. With Cash Machine not being a thing now, if you think about like with the new, obviously, so the new album is coming out on is it 19th of June?
That's correct. Well done. It's the first one in 15 years.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
So what, you're going to inject any more
street furniture?
Well, just because you've got...
This one's called Bus Stop. Actually, that was a big hit, wasn't it? Bus Stop.
Was it? By who?
Yeah.
Hollies.
The Hollies?
Yeah.
I thought instead of Cash Machine, you could have working for the point of sale contactless card machine.
Yeah.
Or the working for the stocks and EFTs commission free with fractional shares, extended market hours, cash interest and free demo account. Build wealth every day with trading 313 machine.
Yeah, I like that. It rolls off the tongue.
And that'll be the big sing along. That'll be like the big sort of earworm, the big hit.
You could do a brand deal with PayPal or something. Do you know what I mean? Like really sell out, That's what we're in the market for as your manager, That's what we need in 2026.
So as a lyricist now in 2026 or 25 when you start writing it, what are the topics that you're thinking about now?
Probably the same old shit. I don't
Which
know,
is good though, isn't it? That's true to you.
Well,
I'm glad you said that, yeah.
Because,
yeah.
I mean, it's always like, I've always got slightly sat at home getting miffed about things. There's a lot of like, so the album title is Sweating Someone Else's Fever, which is my wife's from El Salvador, Central America, and that is a saying in Spanish, obviously.
What's the saying?
In over there, it's kind of like, you're sort of obviously kind of overly worrying about someone else's life or that kind of stuff. And I was sort of took it and saw it as like, we're all sweating someone else. Kind of, I feel like we're sweating Donald Trump's fever. We're sweating Elon Musk's fever. We're all kind of, you've got these guys with obviously generally loads of money and control and power pulling the strings, and we're all reacting to it. We're all the guys rocking up in Epsom to protest something that didn't happen and assuming it was a particular ethnic group. They're all sweating, Tommy Robinson's fever, who's sweating, you know what I mean? We're all kind of being manipulated by someone else so they can keep the money rolling in and the power.
Totally.
So that's kind of,
that does sound incredibly
That's great. I can't wait. Yeah. But I think that's what art is, isn't it? It's reflective of the time. You've got to write about the kind of way. So you need a way to get your anger out, I think.
Well, I was having to think about, thinking about zeitgeist, the lyricists that we want in our indie supergroup. We want to be touching on the words and phrases that are around now, especially with like Gen Z, because they've got loads of money.
So
I want to see what if you know about any of these words.
Mm-hmm.
Mogging.
Right, yeah, and that just to me is some kind of kids show from the late 1970s.
That isn't what the young people are talking about today.
Right,
no.
okay.
I don't know what that is. Is it
mogging?
Is it a sex thing?
So mogging, no, it's not sex. It's when you outshine somebody.
Right.
So it's like when you stand next to somebody. It'd be basically like, you're a handsome man. It'd be like if you were stood next to Mick Hucknall.
Right.
You would be
mogging.
In his prime, though, I don't know,
Do you hear that Mick Hucknall, right? We were talking about this. Mick Hucknall says that he shagged,
like,
is it 3,000 people?
Of women, yeah.
And we worked out that's 8 a day sometimes.
Yeah.
Imagine eating 8.
Eating? Wow, I didn't know it got that dark.
Sorry, yeah. I was just kind of imagining it quite graphically what he was doing. But I couldn't eat 8.
You've immediately gone to oral sex. Yeah. Imagine it.
Well, you can't be. I've not got the stamina. I could probably be sucked off 8 times a day.
That's so generous of you.
Yeah, I'm just saying if someone wanted to do that for me.
I reckon you'd have to sit down after 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Do you know what?
I'll be looking in my calendar for the rest of the day saying, I'm going to have to move some of these things around. I don't think I'm going to be able.
What's so mogging? Surely there's some kind of root to that.
I don't know the etymology.
That was what I was looking for. Well done.
But the inquisitive nature is exactly what we need, what we're looking for. Okay, geomaxing.
Sounds great. Sounds like an 80s TV show about a guy with a helicopter.
It's not quite that.
Rats.
So it's to do with geography?
Yeah, it's basically moving to a location to improve your dating prospects. So for example, living in Staines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be looksmaxing, I imagine.
Yeah.
Riz, you know Riz?
Yeah.
Have you got Riz?
Yeah. No.
That's good flirting, actually. So Riz is flirting. So to say, no, I'm not flirting.
Well, it's charisma, isn't it?
Charisma.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So I don't know what any of these are.
I learned that
I've not been on a chat room getting these things that young people are saying.
At least I can see where that comes from. It's not just a completely made up word that someone's going to throw in there.
But I guess, what words were we saying? Minga. Big fat minga.
Minga, yeah. Munter.
Most of them
That's what people were saying at me.
None of them are very nice.
No,
they're
all horrible.
quite derogatory and
I'm trying to think what else I was saying that my parents would be like, oh, what's that? But I can't think of them now. But now my boyfriend's got a kid and he says that 6-7 thing and I'm like, what is it?
Yeah. Most of the stuff we used when I was, you couldn't say it now. You'd just be completely cancelled.
Yeah. Your language has just been finished.
And that's what's in the new Hardfire album, 19.
There's a song.
It's going out with a bang.
There's a B-side. It is in Native American. Interestingly, so thinking about, obviously, because the fan base, it's a changing fan base. So we're thinking about bringing the Gen Z in.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got people, your fan base now, like when we were like teenagers, but you had people who were 20 who were listening. These days they're like a lot of people who come see you are 40 or 50. What we'd like to do on the show is we've got a couple of songwriters who work for us out in the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get hold of them. So I managed to get hold of a songwriter who's basically suggested as kind of an update lyric-wise on Living for the Weekend, you know, what people of that age are going to be doing now. He mainly is a Leonard Cohen cover act. So it's kind of in the style of Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, love it.
Ricky, can we hear the Leonard Cohen's track, please?
Leonard Cohen. I've not heard this either.
Yeah.
This is...
I've been working 35 minutes on a Monday morning, and I'm tired, and I've got sore knees, and the soup in the fridge I'm gonna have for my lunch is bumming me out. Oh, I really want to have a nice Pret sandwich, but it'll make me fat. I don't want to get fat. I'm working all the time. Work, it's such a bind. I got some money to spend. Doing DIY on the weekend. Putting up a shelf. Working on myself. If working on myself means doing DIY in the little room that my wife had, lets me have to put up my things and hide away from my family. I'm living for the weekend, baby.
Wow.
I mean, that's just great.
Leonard Cohen. I mean, fantastic. I think he's playing in every village hall across the land.
Well, I
Every
would definitely
Tuesday.
go.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
yeah.
he's tapping into the zeitgeist of...
Yeah, I think so.
You don't know what that word means either.
No, he's tapping into
Yeah.
the zeitgeist. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say at first, people don't work Monday, so he's probably working from home, but he's obviously at home.
Yeah.
He's at home in his shelf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
So when we first started this idea to do a podcast and to start a supergroup,
Which
the
shows,
idea...
which shows we were onto something, but it has sort of backfired.
The idea was we wanted to try and get bands to reform.
Yeah.
But like, there's something in the water.
In the past year and a half, loads of the people that we were like, get them on,
Yeah.
are reforming, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
why...
now we look like we're reacting to it
Yeah.
rather than spurring it on.
But we're going to
But-
take you out of your bands and put
Yeah.
you in the supergroup, so it's fine. But why?
Yeah.
What's going on with? Why now? Why felt?
We were never like massive, but we had a moment. And, you know, we had a couple of #1 albums. We toured all over the world. But when I look back and think of my favorite times, it was before we got signed. When we were just like figuring out how to make our own video, going to Portobello Market, looking for clothes, just like being kids trying to make something happen
Yeah.
with your mates.
You got kind of the most control over it at that point.
And there was
Yeah.
there was pressure because we wanted something to happen, but it wasn't like all the bullshit that comes later. So I really liked that thing, and kind of getting back in the room with the guys, it felt like that again. It just felt like we were friends mucking about. And
But maybe that's what happened. Was it? So the pandemic really gave everyone this sort of reset. A lot of bands, and maybe just think like, oh, we want to do something that we want for us.
I think so. And people kind of, I feel like people think about nostalgia negatively sometimes, but I think it's a great thing because then it also enables you to play everything that kind of makes people remind them of their youth, but then you can make new stuff and then you basically got the best of both worlds,
Yeah,
haven't you? Like
yeah.
you've got and your fans have kind of grown up, but then you're going to probably get fans that are the age that we were when you, do you know what I mean? Like it's a sort of like a nice conveyor belt, isn't it?
feeling
Good times,
Yeah.
good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
What, that's what we're pushing and we're dealing
Supergroup,
in.
yeah.
In the nostalgia pound. That's
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
personally as the management hoping to make billions off.
Billy, yeah. We're so money driven, as you can tell by our careers.
By the choices that we're making. But this is all for the money.
We've got a couple of last things for you, just for the sort of the final assessment. Obviously, you had Stars of CCTV, very iconic cover. And I agree, against CCTV. I don't want any more footage of me weeing behind a bin whilst eating a kebab. Get that off the internet.
There's actually quite a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah,
imagine.
it's too much. But, since then, people are not complaining about CCTV. There's no bother about surveillance now, is there? It's fine. There's no data being mined. We're absolutely fine. But CCTV is actually the least of our worries in 2026.
You can watch me do absolutely anything physically.
Yeah.
They know what I'm thinking now.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nothing.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God.
Get tumbleweed.
You're like, okay, there's nothing in there, but he just keeps getting his arse out and pushing it against the window. We don't have a category for this. We don't have a category for this behaviour.
Yeah,
that's how I'm outsmarting AI.
Yes.
I'm not thinking I'm getting my arse and pushing it against the window.
Let's
take that.
You're un-AIable.
That's why it can never win, because it can never.
You can't see that behaviour. You can't model that.
Appreciate the stupidity of human
the
race.
chaos theory
Yeah.
of Adam Flood. But we're going to ask. We got a few moments on famous moments on CCTV for you to analyse in a second. But how do you feel about like surveillance now, constantly putting out content? Things have changed a lot since the sort of 20-ish years since you guys were around. Are you good on social media? Are you?
Do you like being filmed and with a mic in front of you and put up to the internet? Can't think of when that'll happen.
Well, it gets me out of the house. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it must be nice because you're going to go on tour.
Yeah, we
later
keep
in
trying
the
to
year,
end it, and you keep going. Maybe we'll do another 2 hours of this. Maybe another 3 hours. Maybe.
Let me tell you about the time.
So we've got some famous moments on CCTV. Would you want to see these ever again? Do they make you feel positive or negative? We've got Top Shagger, Matt Hancock with his mistress.
Yeah, I quite like that because it was like the beginning of the end.
Yes, exactly.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it? Although it's annoying that she is quite fit.
Yeah.
That annoyed me about him. That he was.
I can't remember, is she that? Is she really fit? Is she?
She's a bit of a sort.
Was she? I mean, for Matt Hancock, he's got cock in his name. Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
That's what I'd go for. If a woman came on to me called Lisa McFanny, I'd be like, well, my hands are tied. Sorry, I am going to have to smooch you, Lisa. Or can I call you McFanny?
McFanny is just on the McDonald's pound saver menu. Sorry.
I'm loving it.
Cat bin lady.
Oh.
Do you remember her?
Yeah.
A simpler time.
Yeah.
She put a cat in the bin, just to be clear.
Do we know the motive yet?
I mean, that's the thing though, isn't it? You can't do anything these days.
You can't do anything. You can't put a cat in the bin. You can't put a headdress on. You
can't have an affair with the health secretary during a global pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
Come on, give people a break.
Police state.
Yeah.
A very recent one. Coldplay kiss cam.
Yeah.
What do you think there's anyone at your gigs ever copping off? Like as in an affair?
I would say Hardfire are a big copping off band.
Yeah.
Getting hardfire.
Yeah, exactly.
We actually had the record at the Brixton Academy for most beer drunk in one gig.
Did you?
That's about our fans, yeah.
Blokes, though.
No, it was half and half.
Was it?
A lot of blokes now. Back then it was half and half.
Really? Okay. And that was when all the beer was
the
drank.
hard to beat effect. You know, it's a bit more of a party time, wasn't it?
Yeah. The most beer drank.
Yeah.
Where the O2.
Yeah. Brixton Academy.
Which is my favourite London venue.
Great venue.
I'm actually genuinely quite. That's of everything that's been said so far. That's the thing
we never won any awards, but it doesn't matter because
people's choice.
Yeah, we've got that one in the bank.
Yeah.
The
Although all of your fans will now have liver failure, but you're going to play your first welcome back gig and be like, "Where the fuck are they all? They're all got tubes in them."
They're all sat at the front wheeled in.
I'll have a bag zero, please.
I saw that you're playing Shine On later in the year.
Yes.
Me and Adam have played on a couple of times. There's going to be a lot of beer drunk there.
Yeah, outrageous.
I'll tell you that for free.
This next one I put in there, it's when I was cat sitting for your mum.
It's
I didn't think it would be that.
It's you with an apple in your mouth and your trousers down.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So just another normal day.
I don't know what happened there. The cat's fine. I put it in the bin.
Still there now.
Yeah. It's not bin day till Wednesday, so it'll be fine.
I love the fact that you had to take that yourself last night.
Yeah. I've got windows as well. So there's a chance that my neighbours looked across and being like, they heard me, I had the Leonard Cohen guy singing. Yeah. So like, okay, well, he's being weird with the song again. And then, what's he doing? What's he doing with the...
It's art, darling.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Actually,
no, you won't understand. We're trying to bring back indie. Yeah. And this is how you do it. Yeah. No, don't ask me how, don't ask me why. This is how you do it.
I do have to come. I'm going method.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to put it in the thing. I'm not going to make the guests feel weird, but I do have to do that for me, for you.
So everything very positive so far. Thank you so much for coming in. We've got one final quick fire round for you.
Okay.
Hard fight. We're working class. We think you're working class. That's a compliment from us.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
We've got a quick fire class calculator for you. Just some quick questions. 8 for each. Adam, 3, 2, 1. Off you go.
Jacket potato. What's your filling?
Beans.
Nice.
Bap, batch, or roll? What's it called?
Roll.
Roll.
Correct.
Hot drink of choice.
Tea.
Global elite nonce rings. Good or bad?
Depends in what context.
Okay, perfect.
No,
It's impossible to say. No, you can't say.
probably bad.
Probably in bold, underlined.
He's nuanced. There we go.
He's nuanced.
If it helps bring down the government.
Okay.
Do you know anyone with an Aga?
My first girlfriend had an Aga, but she was posh.
Yeah, you have
She
to
was
shag
posh.
up. That's
That's
my
how
method.
you do it. Yeah. Children, can you hit them?
Only in your dreams.
Yeah.
Nice.
If
Lovely
they give me a
answer.
shit demo.
Yeah. Where's the next tune? Get back in there.
Have you ever given a mate a job when they might not have totally deserved it?
Yes.
Oh, he's a class traitor. Do you think Jamie T changed the face of British music? This is a personal question because every fucking posh person loves Jamie T an inordinate amount.
So I did meet Jamie T and I was surprised. First time I met him at how posh he was. I didn't know at the time. I just was like, wow, this guy's very posh.
Because he's got T. What's T short for?
Theobald.
Theobald Paul Money, man. Not my best riff.
We'll edit that out.
But he's a very nice chap. He's a very lovely chap. Lovely chap.
hello, hard fires it.
Well,
I must
He's a good egg.
I hear that your fans like beer, and I think that's wonderful. Mine like port.
I think overall you pass it. You're still allowed to be a working class band, and we appreciate you for that.
Thanks.
What sort of position would you be interested in the band?
Do you know what? I don't mind. I'll do anything. I quite like the idea of not, sometimes being the singer and all that, and you have to turn up and you have to, sometimes I just like the idea of being the guitarist.
Yeah, I was a bass player.
You just rock up at the last minute and bang.
Yeah.
Bass player, one thing.
Yeah.
Boom. Easy.
All the stress is off, all the pressure.
Less pressure.
Do you have any questions for us about the band, about us, our ethics?
The role.
Yeah, I mean, are you, let's get cut to the chase, money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When does it start piling in?
So
Can I get the car mags out?
yes, yeah. So you'll be able to you'll be able to buy like the merchandise that's at the back of the car mag.
Right.
Probably,
Mercedes cap.
Probably wouldn't get. Yeah, you're in a very nice hat. You're gonna look really. You're gonna look like you own a Mercedes. That's
Excellent.
for sure.
Exactly.
A key
I
ring,
think
maybe.
what we're
Yeah.
gonna do. There'll be a massive advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will be recouping 110% of it.
But think about it. With those beer sales, we're going to be flying.
You get 80% of the bar.
Excellent.
How about
that?
Excellent. I'll take that.
Yeah.
A massive, God, wouldn't it be, God, those days, massive advances.
I know.
Great taste.
But we're bringing them
Great
back.
taste.
Because we have we've got backing. I got a couple of emails from Napster and stuff. They were kind of bounce backs, but I think basically they're going to bankroll this.
We're pretty
Excellent.
confident.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's going to be
like
fine. Rich, thank you for coming
Rich, thank
in.
you so much
Thanks
for coming
having
in.
me. Yeah, pleasure. Well,
Yeah,
it's
we'll
good.
be in
Yeah.
touch. We'll be in touch.
Woof.
Well, that wasn't a hard interview.
I don't see what you did there. What does that mean? Wow. Okay. So that was.
I think I'm in love with him for one. He's very handsome.
If
isn't
you're
he?
listening, you are missing out on the fact that he has the craziest blue eyes.
They pierced my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you shouldn't be fetishizing a candidate in such a way, but them baby blues got me twisted.
And we've both got blue eyes, so
We've
we're
got blue
allowed to
eyes.
say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like, it's blue on blue violence.
But you do need a sexy front man.
You really do. Or he wanted to play the guitar.
No, you can't have him playing guitar. You need him
No.
at the front, I think.
Does he play the guitar on half? I know he doesn't. He just
No,
sort
he
of,
just sings.
he grabs the mic with both hands and
Yeah,
fucking shoulders it.
I know. Yeah,
Um,
really liked him. I think he's definitely a prime candidate.
I think we're starting really strong here. I think I was very, as I said, enamored about the beer facts. I think that
Cha-ching, payday.
if we can get a guy in the band who makes people want to lose their mind and drink a lot.
But I also think he's got his head screwed on.
He has got his head screwed on. What I liked as well, because as the management, we're sort of interested in, cutthroat mercenary.
Of course.
He's also using children to make his
Yes,
work.
exactly. Free
like
labour. Yeah.
H&M and Primark.
Nice.
And I
Very
think,
modern.
and I think that, he's got his head around
Brilliant.
the capitalist model.
And, if it goes really well with the Supergroup and he dies of old age, natural causes, we get the son
Yeah.
in 40 years or so.
Kind of like Paul McCartney, Swap It.
Perfect. Yeah.
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 Well, that's it. A kind of regenerative, kind of like the skin of a snake falls off and
Yep.
underneath there's another band
Exactly.
in the snake.
Yeah. The Russian dolls.
In this analogy, we could call them that.
Yeah.
We need to sort of think of some names.
I know.
If listeners, if you got any name suggestions.
Yeah, send them in. We're always asking about jobs and stuff like that, but actually name suggestions for the band.
Yeah. We want any sort of suggestions that you have for like what you think this indie band of now made up of the bands of the 2000s era. What should they be doing? What should we be doing? We've got a lot of ideas, but we would also like your ideas.
Yeah. Maybe they need a specific beer sponsor agent. You know
not
what I mean?
Madry. They can get to fuck.
Absolutely not Madry. No.
Bucks Fast. It's quite legendary.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I've actually never drank it, but I like the idea.
I haven't. And it's a Scottish thing. And
I could tell when we were both saying it, we had no idea. We were like, yeah.
Everyone
yeah.
assumes that I have, but it's like fortified wine.
Yeah.
But I've had a Bucky Bomb.
A Bucky Bomb.
Yeah,
that?
which is a shot of Buckfast
Up the arse.
with. Not everything is up the arse, Adam.
Why? God, you sound like my mum.
Oh no, it's all about up the arse with it.
You've been speaking to my dad again. Martin!
So he's always got a smile on his face. Anyway.
And on that, we will see you
We'll
next
see
week.
you next week. Goodbye.